I'm in Alpine, Utah, and what looks like clouds behind me up here, this is what's left over from the fourth major wildfire that has happened in this area, both on this mountain and this one next to it, in the time that I've lived in northern Utah County. So, you know, just over 15 years, 4 major wildfires, and different causes each time. This one is definitely human caused. It was a target shooting incident. Now, what I really want to focus on, and this is more of a Mark Reviews opinion piece, which I haven't done for a while, but just a couple of weeks ago, on my birthday actually, there was a major wildfire a little ways down the road. No evacuations at that time, but there was a drone flying overhead. Now, I'm a huge fan of drone footage and drone technology, and I believe that it's actually a great thing. It has many practical applications too, not just for hobbyists. But drones have no place by a wildfire. Case in point, last year there was a wildfire in the Provo Canyon area, and there was a wildfire fighting team, including helicopters and planes dropping fire retardant and things. They had to ground the firefighting aircraft because there was a drone in the area. And this happens all over the country, and it almost happened a couple of weeks ago. So on my birthday, I was watching this wildfire, kind of South Alpine, North Highland, right by the mouth of American Fork Canyon, which ended up closing the canyon. And there was a drone up even higher than the helicopters and the airplanes were. And my immediate reaction was to look around and see who was holding a little controller or had the headset on or whatever, right? If you see someone like that near the location of a wildfire, you have to tell them to stop and to ground their drone, because it's not worth someone's life, it's not worth someone's property for you to get that really cool shot for YouTube. And I'm a YouTuber. I understand that wow value of amazing videos, but you have no business interfering with the firefighting efforts of these brave men and women who are sacrificing their time and their energy and putting their lives at risk to protect us. One person could ruin it all for everyone. Now, this fire that's still kind of burning behind me, these are just hot spots they're trying to clean up, but this fire was started by target shooting, and what started is just a small incident. You have to imagine like a spark or something set off a fire that burned hundreds of acres, led to 25 homes, about 150 people having to be evacuated from their home at 3 in the morning last night because of one little fire. Okay, these conditions are tinder dry. Not everything is a gorgeous, well-landscaped home like this one behind me here in Alpine. There's a tinderbox in our hills. And my main rant is about drones around firefighting efforts. But what can we do to prevent wildfires like this? I mean, Smokey the Bear he's always talking about how only you can prevent forest fires. So let's talk about it for a second. Aerial fireworks are banned in the state of Massachusetts, where I grew up. And things are relatively lush there. Trees and bushes and rivers and streams and lakes and ponds. And very little would burn to the scale that it does here in Utah. Okay, fire just tears through grasslands and sagebrush and small trees and things like we have along the Wasatch Front. So I love watching fireworks, but I am personally in favor of an all-out ban on fireworks for individuals, private fireworks in the state of Utah. It just doesn't make sense, and certainly in areas like this. Now, this wasn't caused by fireworks, so let's talk about target shooting. If you are a responsible gun owner, then you're not going to be target shooting in conditions like this in places like that. Okay, you'll go to a gun range, or you'll save it for right after it has rained, or maybe the spring or the fall. I don't know what these people were thinking. Okay, some other things are, hard to avoid. A big fire a few years ago in the south end of Salt Lake County was started by a hot car engine where the car had parked in some tall grass. Things like that can happen. Those are called accidents. But these kinds of things are preventable. Target shooting, fireworks. Okay, obviously campfires that are left unattended, that's the one Smokey the Bear cares about. Please, you are a strain on our state's resources. You're a strain on these firefighting crews that have had a busy summer already. And guys, it's only July, right? July, August, September, even into October before we really get some serious rain that will help these conditions. So please, everyone, collectively, can we do our part to prevent forest fires? I'm with Smokey on this. That's my rant for now. The other thing you have to be careful of, see how much of this hillside has now burned. This is from fire number 2 in Alpine in less than a month. Look how much of this hillside has burned when we do get those rains that bring relief to these drought-like conditions. That's where you have serious mudslide risks. Okay? And Alpine City, if anybody from Alpine City is watching this, it may be a good idea to prevent people from building really nice subdivisions in areas super close to the hillside. Now I'm well away from the base of these hills, and this area is fine, but up in the area that was evacuated last night, personally, I wouldn't buy a house in that area. If I were a developer, I wouldn't build a house in that area, and if I were a city planner, I would not allow houses to be built in that area. Man, I covered a lot of topics. Okay, wildfires, they're fascinating to watch. They're incredible to watch people fight these fires. They're incredibly brave. Unfortunately, they're also incredibly preventable for the most part. So let's do that, please. Okay, end rant. Subscribe to this channel by clicking on this super fancy, really nice, typical Alpine house over here. And on this side, check out some of the other videos that I've made. Leave your comments in the section below. What can we do? What can we do? Thanks.